There has been a constant debate between scientists on whether or not tattoos can cause cancer. Well, a recent study has literally just come out from the American Chemical Society to where they ran a bunch of different tests on all types of popular tattoo ink and found that nearly 50% of the inks contain a chemical that can cause cancer. So whether you plan on getting tattoos or you have tattoos right now, is this something to worry about? Well, let's talk about it. Be sure to watch this video to the very end because I would love to know your thoughts on all of this. There was a meeting held on August 24th, 2022 at the American Chemical Society in Chicago, Illinois, where a bunch of different researchers gathered from the Bingham University and presented this study. They analyzed 56 different popular tattoo inks that are used by American tattoo artists and uncovered that 23 of them have a potentially hazardous enzo compound. Now, typically this on its own isn't that hazardous, but enzo compounds can degenerate when exposed to a lot of bacteria or ultraviolet lights, which comes through sunlight and becomes carnogic. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Carnogic can potentially cause cancer. Now, I'm no scientist, but I was a little bit skeptical when reading this part because the sun causes cancer, and they're also saying that, you know, from the sun, ultraviolet lights breaking down the ink can also cause cancer. So, I mean, doesn't like everything cause cancer nowadays? That's just my 2 cents. But again, I'm not a scientist. But anyway, throughout the research, scientists discovered that half of the ink manufacturers contained this chemical and that it was not included on the labels. Now, I don't know if you're aware of this, but this kind of all ties into what happened earlier this year at the European Union, where they banned 2 different colors, blue and green, because of this very thing. To be clear, the reason why this ban happened was because that they found this very chemical specifically in those 2 ink pigments. And not only can those chemicals cause cancer, but they could also cause genetic mutations. And note, those colors are still being used in the United States today. John Swerk, who led the study, was asked why he decided to start even doing this research. And he stated that very little is actually known about the compounds of tattoo ink, so he wanted to analyze popular brands. Swerk further added that surprisingly, no dye shops make pigments specifically for tattoo ink. Big companies manufacture pigments for everything, such as points and textiles. He explains that the goal of his research is to just better inform the public on what are in these types of ingredients for the inks. He stated with this data that he wants customers and artists to make informed decisions and understand how accurate provided information is. Now, if you're thinking about getting tattoos or have tattoos in general, this could all be pretty shocking, but realistically, is this something to be alarmed about? Now, this can raise a few eyebrows, but the scientists stated that there is still a lot to learn about pigments and how safe they are. We don't necessarily know which pigments break down into these harmful compounds, so that's the real concern. It's possible that you might have pigments that themselves are safe, but this new research to them is concerning. Which that pretty much means not all tattoo inks are bad. I mean, people have literally been getting tattoos for thousands of years, and I'm sure way back then, the technology of tattoo ink got a lot better. This is going all over the web right now, but I'll post a couple articles down below if you want to read it yourself. But also leave a comment below on what you think about this whole situation because I would love to know. And real quick, be sure to subscribe to be up to date with all your tattoo related news. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.